Those who know me understand that I cannot stand being called by the wrong name. My name is Joe Dan, two names, one man. With that being said, I've been calling Ayed by the incorrect name this entire video. And I've been friends with Ayed for quite some time. I respect him as a businessman, and he's never, ever corrected my pronunciation of his name. And for that, Ayed, I apologize. With that being said, I hope you enjoy this video. There's a lot of great content in here. Ayed has an unbelievable operation in Los Angeles, California. You're gonna learn a lot. I hope you enjoy the video, and please like and subscribe. Thank you for having us.
Of course.
It's our pleasure, and thanks for having us in your facility. And what made you think of the name Orange Bag?
Yeah, so red bag was taken.
Okay.
But I like the color orange. It's vibrancy, it's confidence, it's summer, it's joy, it sticks out.
Yeah.
And so the color orange was available. I like the fact that we're going to deliver it in a bag. It stands out. Looked it up online, found it, took the domain name, and that's who we became.
Well, it looks great. Now, you said something to me over there about the reason why you use twine is because you're green friendly. You're one of the only green companies in California, so
Yes.
you're really watching your environmental footprint. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are the only green certified pickup and delivery service in Los Angeles. The only green certified pickup and delivery service in Los Angeles that handles residential, commercial, and proud to do it out here, out of Wilmington. Yesterday, you don't know this, but yesterday we won Small Business of the Year in the city of Wilmington. And one of the things they looked at is our impact on the environment, our impact on the community. And that one metric was huge in giving us that nomination and eventually the win to become Small Business of the Year in the city of Wilmington.
Now, do you believe that maybe all laundromats are going to start trying to become more green?
It depends on the market. We're in LA.
Mm-hmm.
The demographic in LA tends to be environmentally conscious.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any movement towards bettering the environment or lessening the footprint on the environment, chances are it starts out of California and makes its way east.
East, yes.
And so
it's coming.
It's
so
coming.
Maybe you need to come up with a program for Randy and myself, and maybe we could be more environmentally conscious. Well, I like the thought. I like the fact that you are more environmentally friendly, and I mean, congratulations on Business of the Year. That's outstanding. What a great award.
Thank you. And you didn't pay me to say this. I look up to your operation. I look up to the way you do business. To Randy as well, who's holding the camera, the good-looking man behind the camera. Truly, I look at you guys as mentors.
He doesn't have any hair.
I look at you guys as mentors. That's a true statement. I'm not just saying that in front of you, and I'm so glad to have you here.
Well, we appreciate it. It's all my pleasure, believe me. And he lost his hair first. Trying to figure out where to put the Fotex. And sometimes when you are in a position that you don't have a lot of room, you have to become very creative. So this for a hotel?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, outstanding. They look nice. You're wrapping them with twine.
I like it. We're using twine to save on plastic, maintain our environmental friendliness, and we're the only green pickup and delivery company in Los Angeles, green certified. And so that's one of the things that we're doing to make sure that we maintain that. We have Continentals and Wascomats. The Wascomat came with the laundromat that we bought. It's a 2019 setup on the Wascomats, all 30-pounders. We kept those. But then I added OPL soft mount Continentals that are 450 Gs. They are incredible.
450 Gs.
450 Gs. They are absolutely incredible. I mean, the linens come out of them almost dry. You put them in the reversing dryers, and the linens dry out in pretty much no time. And
How much time do you think you're saving dry time? Well, 50%, 30%, 20%? How much would you, just a guesstimate?
It really would depend on the type of garment.
So when you're talking
if
what's in there, the linens.
If it's towels, it's probably roughly in the 40% range. If it's linens, then maybe in the 20 to 30%.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's big. That's big.
Yeah, it is. It is quite big, and especially here in California, LA in particular, energy is expensive. So SoCal gas, I mean, it's what, 65 cents per therm at this point. So it's.
I'm proud of it. Oops, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do here, Arno, exactly?
Whether it'd be better to put on that side or on this side, and also look at the flow, of course, so that it makes sense
Okay.
to have all the linen come to the operator, be able to store the linen for the operator, and then when it comes out, it goes straight out the door.
And this is Arno with Full Tex, and he just had a big show over here at the Curbside Laundries. And I think you've got a lot of sign-ups today.
Yeah, I think so too.
weekend.
Yeah, and thanks to you guys.
I'm really excited about the direction this industry is going. And have you noticed a difference of laundromat owners getting into the folding machines?
Yes.
Where was it more commercial before?
So in the wash dry fold, obviously, we have a lot of interest from businesses wanting to get into the commercial space. And so we have a lot of interest for the machine because it really makes sense to have a folder first before you get an ironer, for example, because the folder is going to give you the ability of doing all the folds, including for sheets. And as long as you don't have to iron it, it really, really makes sense. So we have a lot of customers asking, or potential customers asking, should I get an ironer first or a folder first?
Well,
right?
we say folder. We say folder for the mere fact it folds jeans, shirts,
That's right.
T-shirts,
That's right.
towels. What else?
Linens?
Linens. It folds everything. It does everything.
Right, so that's a great step to get into the commercial space because with that folder you can go to a hotel, you can go and ask for their business, and once you have that piece of equipment, you don't need a bunch of people to fold.
Right.
You've got one machine, one operator, and you can go ahead and get a bunch of items processed.
Hell yeah, that's
Year award, and then we have certificate of congressional recognition. Next one is from the California Legislature, the California Legislative Assembly with Mr. Mike Gibson. Then we have California State Senate, Stephen Bradford, and then three more. County of Los Angeles by Janice Hahn, also talking about Orange Bag. And the final two, Tim McCosker, this is from the City of Los Angeles. And then finally, from the Mayor of Los Angeles herself, Karen Bass, City of LA, Small Business of the Year.
congratulations.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
hell
team.
yeah.
No, not me. This is the team.
What a great
Because-
team.
because without-
congratulations, guys.
Without our team, this is zero. We got zeros across the board. So this is all you guys, honestly. I'm so proud of our accomplishments. It doesn't stop here, it starts here. Because before yesterday, very few people knew about who we are and what we do. Now we are actually on the map. We made it on the map. So from here on out, basically Orange Bag was born just yesterday, June 27th. And from here on out,
That's outstanding.
Hopefully.
So June 27th, every year, there's going to be a celebration.
we're gonna celebrate.
Call it Orange Bag Day.
Orange Bag Day. Now show us your plaque.
Small Business of the Year, Orange Bag Laundry, in recognition of exceptional dedication, outstanding service, and contributions to our community.
Unbelievable. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Ed.
Thank you. And
That's
by
great.
happenstance, you guys are here. This was literally last night. That's why I left the show early.
It's very frustrating for me when I'm seeing trash everywhere and I wonder, where's it going?
Absolutely.
And then, all the plastic that we're using. And then I noticed on these bins right here, these bins, I notice how you have them covered up. And that's part of your environmental impact right here, because you have them covered up. And so you unzip them right here.
Absolutely.
And
So we
what do
seal
we
them
have in
up
here?
So that because the linens underneath are exposed.
So they're exposed.
The only linens that are covered are the stained linens. So we
Okay.
want those delivered to them in that way. Comforters as well, they're difficult to put in twine. That way they can send it back to us in the same bag if they want to rewash. But
Yeah.
everything else is placed in there without any covers. Instead, we cover the entire bin. That way, in the case of elements, rain, dust, whatever, they're protected.
Outstanding. You have, all of your vans are electric, right? Your pickup and delivery
I have
vans.
two vans. One of them is electric.
That helps with the environmental impact
We're heading in
as
that
well.
direction, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many miles can you get on that Ford van out there? It's a high top as well. It's
yeah.
big.
So as advertised, it's 110. We probably get in the 95
Okay.
miles per per charge. Luckily, there are chargers around LA that we can use, and we only use that van for commercial laundry. We don't use it for residential. The other van is used for residential.
But I also noticed you have a charger here for the van.
Absolutely.
So it just stays on
Yes,
charge. So
that's
you're
it.
really, 90 miles is a lot. You think about it. So when we do a route, I mean, how many people drive 90 miles, depending on where you go, of course.
Of course.
But, you know, most pickup deliveries are, 30-mile range at the most. You go out and come back in. And LA traffic, if it's 30 miles, that means you're gone for 2 hours.
That's right. Yeah, it depends on the market that you're in, obviously. LA is sprawling. You'd be surprised how quickly you can rack up the miles. But luckily, we're able to go with one charge pretty much, cover all the entire route, and then come back and charge here.
Oh.
By 4 p.m., the car is fully charged up again for the next morning.
I've learned so much here. It's unbelievable.
Really, man?
Yeah, I have learned. I've learned a lot.
Honestly. Yes.
This looks like a small box truck. Look at the size of this van.
Yeah, it's. So this is a high roof Ford E-Transit vehicle. It actually is the same model as the gasoline one.
Okay.
It's set up exactly the same way. In fact, gasoline, and they pretty much flipped it
Blanked
into
it.
Yeah. So that it's
Okay.
now an electric vehicle, and you charge it from the front. What we did was add a lift gate.
Look at this lift gate.
It's got hydraulics. Pulls
Look at
out,
that.
And it doesn't. There you go.
Can you believe that? And look at this.
Yeah.
It's like a box truck.
Now,
This is amazing.
One thing I would highly recommend, and I learned this by talking to Kent Wales, is put up bars out here to protect. Because what we did was we damaged the sides, and you can tell, and we just fixed it from the outside to make it look nice again, so that now we can actually wrap the vehicle and put some labels on it.
So you're gonna wrap the vehicle. Now I noticed in the curbside show, Sasha Strauss
Yes.
used you as a prop on one of his slides.
Yes.
And
yes, he did.
that must have been.
That honestly.
And he didn't even know about Orange Bag.
No, and I didn't know it was coming. I came late to the show for family reasons. And we showed up, and then he starts talking about a company that's doing all the branding right, and I'm just sitting like everybody else, waiting to see what company that is, and then our van is on the screen. Orange Bag is on the screen. It was shocking, honestly. I pulled out my phone kind of late because I was in shock, and I started just taping the thing.
We're in presence of greatness, I guess. I'm not worthy. But I believe that a lot of these things that you're doing, I think the industry's going there, and I think it's important to highlight what you're doing because people may want to try to get more green and more environmentally conscious, especially within the laundry industry.
Hopefully.
I like how you're doing the
Hopefully.
twine.
Yeah.
So you're eliminating a lot of bags.
Absolutely.
But
It's a little plastic, and it's cost saving as well. So if
And look
the
at his-
environment is not the driver.
And look at his logo up here, this billboard. I like is there any particular reason why the slashes at the end here? Or did you just come up with something like that? Or?
Yes. So if I don't mention my wife when it comes to those slashes, she would say something, because this is something that we came up with sitting on the couch back when she was my fiance, and we're going through the lines, and my idea was completely different. And she thought, what if you make them pointy on one side and kind of rounded on the other side? That way you can indicate that there's movement in the actual logo, that you're going somewhere. There's a delivery, there's a movement, there's a speed aspect to it. And we did that, and that became our symbol, essentially.
And it looks great, and it does look like it moves.
Yes.
It does,
Yeah,
it does.
Yes.
You accomplished what you were trying to do.
Absolutely, yeah.
This is a high production facility. And what is the capacity that you can do laundry? So you have, these are 80s?
Yes, so we have two 80s, two 80-pound machines, two 60-pound machines, 520s for the residential accounts that are smaller in size, and then 730s on the other side.
And then your dryer capacity, what are these just 45-pound dryers?
45-pound dryers, stack dryers, we have 6 of them, and then we have two 75s in the back.
In the back, okay.
Yes. That's how we started. That's how the operation began in 2022. We only moved here in 2022 from across the street where my laundromat is. And so it was minimum viable product. At the time, we weren't doing the volume that we're doing now.
What is the volume you're doing now?
So I'd say 15 to 17,000 pounds per week.
And you do per bag? Is that how you do?
Yeah, so the residential is per bag, and then commercial is by the pound. Minimum wage is going up on July 1st, so there might be another increase.
So what will minimum wage be?
$17.28.
How do you sustain? Anyway, so what do you charge?
Really efficient, really creative, The orange bag holds about 15 pounds of laundry.
I noticed you have a really great staff. I mean, we couldn't do this without staff.
My goodness. I was saying earlier, without our staff, there's nothing, honestly. Much of the staff has been with us for a very long time. We've had to pick up more staff as the volume increased, but every one of them, I truly personally love them. Like it's
Absolutely. Family.
yeah, it's amazing, and it all starts with our company values, and we hire according to our values. It's 5 values. We have them up on the wall. The pillars of those values are respect, trust, and honesty. Those 3 are essentially find a way and then do it right.
Great values.
Yeah.
That's how you win. That's how you win, and that's how you lead. And that's why you got Business of the Year award. I don't think it's just for environmental. I think it's just for the way you run your business.
Yeah, it's been great, and it starts with, I think it really, the number 2 person, it should be the person that you trust the most. Your relationship with the manager is not the relationship that the manager has with the rest of the employees. My manager is my partner, and Elena Reynaga is her name. She's out here in the back. She's my right hand, she's my left hand. She's here every day. I come in here once a week, talk to the staff, have a meeting with Elena, with the assistant manager, maybe with the drivers, spend 3-4 hours, and then I'm on my way. I am busy doing sales, partnerships, trying to grow the business, and the day-to-day is pretty much run by the manager and the assistant manager.
Well, you're doing a hell of a job.
Thank you.
We're getting ready to do some upgrading, and I was excited to see you've got Continental equipment in here from a
Yes.
washer perspective. These are the 450Gs. That's the latest. That's the greatest. These are 80 pounders, right?
Soft mount.
Soft mount,
Very
which that's
important.
the most important, right? So tell me what you think, how long you've had them, the performance, kind of, because I'm already salivating.
Yeah. I've had them a little over 2 years now.
Okay.
Never broke down once, and they're warranty anyway, so if they do break down, I mean, the part shows up in no time. Support has been fantastic. I love the Continental team out here in California and in Los Angeles in particular. Love to connect you with these guys. I'm not sure who the contact would be in your local markets, but highly recommend this machine for a factory type setting, private facility, OPL.
Yeah.
That would be my go-to machine. If I were to open up another store, this would be the machine I'd go
Okay.
with.
So you're pleased.
I love it.
The soft mount, people don't have soft mount. Talk about, oh, it breaks. The springs, all that.
I have an issue with concrete. The
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
didn't do a good job.
Yeah.
It took me. It cost me a lot of money to install.
Yeah.
This is plug and play. It's fantastic, and we have auto injection that goes into each of them, so the computer is able to handle it. Much of the machines actually nowadays can do that too. So, but yeah,
I like it. I like it.
It's a good machine.
So I know we're here as well to talk about the folding machine. So we're going to go back and we're going to have a conversation with Arno. All right. So we're looking for the final answer here. So what do you think? This is a tight facility, just like mine is.
It is a small facility.
Very tight facility.
In terms of putting a towel folder in here or a drywall folder. I was hoping we could put it there. That would have been really nice, but we have this column right there, so I don't want to take that chance. And we got all this open space. If we clear that up, so I'm thinking that you're right. It would make more sense to put it here in terms of flow, in terms of not really disrupting too much. Because I assume you can't take this column down, correct?
in this area, because we're not using it. So it used to be machines out here, and then we
Okay.
removed the bulkheads, and you can see that there's a
Right.
platform underneath.
Right.
So essentially, it could be removed. The question of how much does it cost to do that?
For one, and then for two, why go through the extra costs
Yes.
when you've got this open space right here,
Right.
right? So, and the machine is not really hard to move, quite frankly. It's not hard. So I would think that this might be the best place at first. And if for whatever reason you decide later down the road that you really want to change the flow, then it can always be moved. But I think this is going to work. My only concern, of course, only you know the flow, you know how it works. But if you say that you don't need this storage space and it can be moved over there, that's the easiest, most economical way to do it is right here.
Least intrusive, least
Least
change
intrusive.
the building.
Yes,
the
yes.
building.
Because when you think about it, your flow goes from here to the dryers, then it comes back over here, and you still can keep some tables so you can do your pack out.
Yeah, and if we realize that, you know what, this isn't working, we can make a change.
Right.
We can even knock down this wall,
Oh.
because there's space behind the wall.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
So this wall could be can be removed or
Okay.
pushed out a little.
Every inch matters.
Least intrusive,
Yeah.
most economical.
Knock down the roll.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I would just do it just as it is. I mean, you know, if you remove all this stuff right there, that really gives us the space we need.
So move it to maybe the other side.
You just moved your problem,
Right. Yes.
right? So your problem's not.
And I didn't think of that
Your
until you
problem's going to be
mentioned it, by the way.
folding.
Yeah.
It's going to be getting things to the folder now, and is 690 enough?
But it's 690.
It's you got 690. Yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
yeah. I mean, we're running less than that. We're running probably 600 of dry capacity,
Yes.
and we're
it's
fine.
working. And it's
Yeah,
working.
yeah. So it's plenty. It's not more. I thought you were asking the question: is it more than what the machine can do? And the answer is no. Can it keep the machine moving? The answer is yes. Is it going to keep it moving 24 hours a day? No way.
Yeah. Fair enough.
No way. What I'll say is we bought it before we probably needed it.
Yes.
We couldn't do it without it now. You know, the goal is not staff reduction. The goal is improving productivity
Correct.
with the staff you have.
Correct.
And that's the frightening part for the staff.
Yes.
You've got a small team, they're a mighty team. You're going to be able to do 3x of what you're doing today with that machine with a similar size staff. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
So it's not unrealistic, and we're not using the machine to its full capacity. And I hear that from time to time from somebody that's with me who shall remain nameless, who my hand just happens to be on his shoulder right now. But all kidding aside, it can do more than what you need.
Yes.
The challenge is going to be how quickly can you get things to it? How quickly can you stage items?
Sure.
So it's going to take a pre-fold
Sure.
in a couple of things. For your flats and your fitteds,
Yes.
it's going to take a pre-fold. On towels, butter,
This is right through.
butter, butter. But if you appropriately stage them and you
see
figure out how that
fast they
works,
pre-fold?
they're
You have no
ripping.
problem.
They're ripping through
So
it.
you should be good.
And I mean, the efficiencies you're going to gain, you're going to be very pleased.
So this is the orange back process from beginning to end, from when we unload the van to the point where we load the van with the clean order. So we're unloading the dirties, putting it through the process of cleaning, drying, folding, packing, and then loading the van. Anything that's in orange is for the driver, laundry specialists are in blue, and then finally the production manager, anything that's green. So this allowed us the opportunity, one, to train new staff on our process and what it looks like. They see the entire thing in front of them. And two, if anyone has a question what our process looks like, they can just look at the chart and know what the next step would be.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe down below and put in some comments, and hope to see you soon.